Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of the Bevinsee install for my 5th gen 4Runner. Before we get into the installs for today's video, I do want to cover one thing. In the previous video, I showed you guys how to install the Bevinsee aftermarket coolant reservoir for the 5th gen 4Runner. Again, that reservoir is compatible for 2010 all the way to 2024 Toyota 4Runners. After posting the video and Bevinsee reviewing it, they really liked the footage and they agreed to do one giveaway for one lucky winner for this video. And again, all the details will be at the end of this video, but one lucky winner is going to be able to select either a black or red accented coolant reservoir at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. Also, in the last video, I had briefly touched on the overhead console accessory ball. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it is this right here. This connects to the overhead console. It's just 4 pieces of hardware. So you take the console out, you stick this bolt and this piece of metal behind the console, put this one on the exterior of it, and then you essentially screw this accessory ball in, and it allows you to essentially affix things to your console via this metal ball. Now, Bevinsee does make this in the black, as you can see here, but they also make a brushed metal version as well. So we're gonna be installing this. The second thing we're going to be installing in this video, which I touched on in the previous video, is this trailer wiring connector bracket for the Toyota 4Runner. What this does is it allows you to brace this to the rear frame of your vehicle, and it tucks the wiring connectors for your trailers underneath your vehicle. So instead of it sticking outwards towards the back, it is now tucking it in that wheel well where your spare tire goes. What that allows you to do is have more clearance if you go off-roading or if you install a low profile bumper, because the connectors are now, again, in that spare tire area, nice and neatly tucked away from the rear of the vehicle. So this is really good for people that, again, have an aftermarket bumper or want more clearance on the trails and don't want to essentially scrape the OEM bracket that houses their wiring connectors for their trailer. Again, both of these items are compatible for 2010 all the way to 2024 Toyota 4Runners or the 5th gen. So now we're gonna go to my vehicle and I'm gonna show you guys how to get these items installed and the benefits of having them. The first thing we're gonna be installing is the overhead ball mount accessory for this console right here. Now, you can see I don't have all the bougie crawl controls that come on the TRD Pro, but what I do have is this empty slot right here. It's just a little piece of plastic that is covering what would, normally be something else here on the higher end 4Runner models. So what I'm going to do to get this install started is, if you look up in here where the glasses tray is, there's 2 bolts. You're gonna take a screwdriver and loosen those bolts, and that will give you access to behind the console. So I'm gonna put the phone down and do that right now. With those 2 screws removed, that will allow the front to tilt out like so. And then up here, there's 2 little plastic pieces that you need to essentially pry out. So if you have a tool like this, or if you have like a flathead, you're gonna essentially stick it here, twist, and then do the same on the other side, and this will drop out. Now, I have 2 connectors here that are holding this in place. This one right here is my Enfig aftermarket microphone, since I have an aftermarket head unit in my vehicle. And then this one provides power to all the other components. So now what we're going to do is unscrew these 2 screws right here that hold that little plastic trim piece in its place. So once we unscrew that, I'll show you guys the next step. I told you I was going to remove that plastic trim piece that's right here. If you are careful, you will be able to remove it just as you see. If you take your small screwdriver, put it in this hole right here, remove that screw. There's going to be another one right up here. You're going to do the same thing. It will have enough clearance to pull it out from the back without having to disassemble any more of this overhead console. So I'm going to put that to the side. And now you're going to take the larger piece of metal that's got a hole in it, and also that bolt that comes in the bag. And you're going to essentially fish the piece of metal first, the flat piece through the back, and then you're going to fish the bolt through. And what you get is something like so. Now, if you see, I have the hole on the right-hand side. That is going to correspond with this piece right here. So again, line the stud up with that hole. And once it lines up, that's how you know that it is in the correct position of where it needs to be. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Now that that is lined up, I'm going to take the ball mount and start screwing it in place. And the pressure from you screwing in the ball mount is what holds this whole system together. So put something back here, probably your finger, if you can finagle it through, to hold that bolt in place while you tighten this ball mount in place. And that is what it looks like. You don't really have to use any tools to tighten this. You're not going to be securing super heavy things on it. It is in here pretty firm. So again, you can do it by hand. It's not going to require like a socket or a wrench or anything. Now, for those that want to torque the absolute piss out of this and make sure that it is really never going to go anywhere, if you take a 13 and put it on the bolt in the back and put a 12 on the ball mount in the front, you'll be able to tighten it. Now, my OCD kicks in here. This is slotted on the sides of the post. This allows you to put one of these in here to hold it in place. I just made sure that they were lined up straight when I went ahead and tightened it. That way my OCD didn't kick in and know that this was crooked. I have really bad OCD, guys. Once you tighten that, the reinstall is pretty simple. You're going to line these two studs right here up with the female ends up here. So it's gonna look something like this. And push it in place. You'll hear it go in place. And the front is going to have those original screws reinstalled above the glasses holder. And that will conclude the install of the overhead accessory ball mount. And this will allow you to put aftermarket items up here, and you've got an extra mounting point now for accessories. So there you have it. That is the overhead console accessory ball mount for the 5th Gen 4Runner. Again, compatible with 2010 to 2024 5th Gens. This gives you an extra mounting point for aftermarket accessories. And as you saw, it was a very simple install with minimal work necessary to get it installed. All right, folks, we are at the rear of my 4Runner. And if you look down here, this is the existing trailer wiring connector mount. You can see that looking at it head on from the back, it kind of swoops down and is right here. What this new bracket will allow is you mount the bracket in the existing spot where the OEM one is, except it will go up and tuck it away. So it'll be at an angle a little bit further back and to the side. Now, to go ahead and remove this, you're gonna want a 12mm socket. I've already removed one of them. And if you're like me and you undercoat your vehicles, you're probably regretting that right now because this is going to get me absolutely filthy. So I'm not going to film this part because I'm going to get absolutely disgusting, but you're going to remove the two bolts. I already removed one, which is right here. So I'm going to remove the other one, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Surprisingly, I did not get as dirty as I thought I would, but I'm not done yet, so there's always the potential that I will. Now, what I did was, if you look at the connector, there is a little bracket right up here. And if you're looking at the female side of it, there is a little spot right here for you to basically shove a flathead screwdriver in between. So you're going to shove it right up here and then push up. It will create a gap and allow you to pull this out. Now mine appears to be still lubed up, So I'm not going to do anything different to it. But in order to remove this from the pre-existing bracket that you can see hanging right here, all you have to do, you don't need any tools, just pinch these metal brackets right here, pinch the top of them, and then it slides out. So you don't have to disconnect really anything. You're just taking this off of the existing bracket. And then once you do that, I'm probably gonna have to end the video here, but you're gonna slide this out from the wiring harness. Once that old bracket has been removed, you're going to discard it. So now what you're gonna do is take the Bevinsee bracket, make sure that it is facing this way because this mounts upwards towards the frame. And you're gonna take your electrical trailer connector and you're gonna line up the connector with the bracket and then push it in place. Those two prongs, like I told you before, if you push and pull downwards, it releases it. So it's very easy to attach. You just, again, line it up and then push. Now, the hardware that came on the existing OEM bracket, if you're looking at it right here, it is two 12mm bolts with a built-in washer. And I'll show you what that looks like right here. So this is a 12mm bolt with a built-in washer. Bevinsee provides new hardware, which if you're comparing it to the Toyota one, it is a slightly shorter stud. However, the bolt itself has a wider base than the Toyota one with the built-in washer. The difference, or the main difference I should say, is Bevinsee's bolts are 13mm, where Toyota's are 12. So you're gonna need a 13mm to do the Bevinsee hardware install. Now, some of you may worry that these are shorter and, you know, might come undone or whatever. You're not really pulling anything with this. This is just the wiring connectors for your trailer. So should be absolutely no issue with a shorter post or stud. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this, we're gonna line it up with the existing holes on the frame, tighten it down, and then connect this with the plug. You're gonna take the Bevinsee bracket, we're gonna put a bolt right up here. And as always, guys, I like to back the bolts out first and then start them. That way I can ensure that I'm not cross-threading them when I am putting them in. All right, with that started, I'm gonna then grab the second one. So as you just saw, it's easier if you push this bracket up. That way there's not pressure on the bolt to at least get it started. And then once it's started, you can put your socket on it and it should be smooth sailing from there on out. All right, now that the bracket is secured to the frame, we're gonna take the female end and we're going to just simply connect it to the male end. And if you wanna make your life easier, you can actually either plug it in before you mount it, or you can pull this out if your tire allows you, and then find the post where this belongs. Get it in the groove. And once it's in the groove, you'll know because it will allow you to push it down. Now that this is all hooked up, you can see this side does open easily. I do have a larger tire here than what comes stock, and I'm not able to open this. But because I really don't use this vehicle to tow much, I usually use my wife's car. I'm just going to leave it be. Eventually, I'm planning on getting rid of this spare anyway, because this is not even the correct size for what I'm running. I currently have 34s on my car, and this is, I think, a 33 or a 32. I can't remember. But point is, I can't use this. So not really worried that this won't open because I have an oversized tire. It's not what's meant to be under here anyway, and I can't use it. So I will be removing this here in the near future and probably going without anything underneath it. This was the install of the Bevinsee bracket relocation for your trailer wiring connectors. Again, you can see it's much more low profile than the original one that tended to stick out right about here. So when you go off-roading, it does give you a little bit more clearance as opposed to the OEM one. Don't look at that mark that's on my forehead for my headlamp. This is Mr. LeMay. He is an undercover a-hole. You can see he's got mischievous eyes. But that was the install for the Bevinsee trailer wiring connector relocation bracket, as well as the Bevinsee overhead console ball mount for accessories. As you saw, both of those installs were fairly easy. They didn't take much time at all. The overhead ball accessory mount was one screw and two pieces of metal that get screwed into each other. And then the trailer wiring relocation kit is 2 bolts. Quick disclaimer, if you have anything under your vehicle as far as spare tire goes that is not the factory size tires that come with the vehicle, you might run into the issue that I had with that bracket not allowing the connector to open on the backside because the tire is too big. But again, because I have 34s on my car and I'm potentially going to 35s in the future, I don't care because I can't even stick a 34 or a 35 under my vehicle where the spare tire goes because it's too big. Alternatively, what you can do is if you get to pinch and you do need to use your wiring connector, you can deflate the spare and then you'll be able to open it because the tire will collapse on itself. All right, let's be real. If you're still here, you're here for one thing and one thing only, and it's probably the Bevinsee aftermarket coolant reservoir giveaway. That reservoir, as I stated earlier, is compatible for 2010 to 2024 5th Gen 4Runners. One person is going to be selected as a winner for this coolant reservoir. They will have the option to pick between either the black or the red accent coolant reservoir, and then Bevinsee will ship this item to them free of charge. As far as the giveaway terms go, we'll cover those now. So in order to enter the Bevinsee giveaway for the coolant reservoir, you're going to navigate to my Instagram, 5Gen4R. The most recent post is going to be the picture of a coolant reservoir, and it's going to probably say like giveaway angled over it. On that post, you're going to tag 3 friends in the comments. So you're going to navigate to my page, 5Gen4R, under the most recent post, which is going to have the coolant reservoir by Bevinsee, and tag 3 friends in the comments. Each comment that has 3 tags is 1 entry. So if you do 5 comments with 3 tags, you're talking 15 people tagged in the comments, those are 5 entries. Additionally, you're going to navigate to Bevinsee's Instagram, Bevinsee, and you're going to follow them. So you're going to comment on the post, the 3 friends. You're going to go to Bevinsee's Instagram and follow them. And then a bonus entry, go to Bevinsee's YouTube, Bevinsee, and subscribe to their channel. They show a lot of installs and they show a lot of new products that drop for not only the 5th Gen 4Runner, but also other vehicles. So again, you're going to go to my Instagram post. You're going to tag 3 friends in the comments. You can do that as many times as you'd like. Each entry or each comment with 3 tags is an entry. You're going to then navigate to Bevinsee's Instagram and you're going to follow them. And then you're going to subscribe to their YouTube channel. From the time this video was posted up until 11:59 p.m. on August 3rd, you will be able to enter the giveaway. After 11:59, nobody else will be able to enter. I will turn off commenting. And on August 4th, which is a Monday, I can't give you the exact time because I can't predict my schedule, but I will then go through, make sure that the people that did enter followed all the rules. And then once I determine the eligibility for everybody, I will randomly be selecting 1 winner. So keep an eye out for that on Monday, August 4th. As always, if you found this video useful, interesting, or think that somebody else could benefit from watching this video, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to my YouTube channel, Project Abate. Your guys' support is what enables me to not only make these install and review videos for you guys, but also enables me to partner up with numerous companies and do giveaways that cost you guys absolutely nothing. I love being able to do weekly giveaways for you guys. I enjoy giving back to the 4Runner community. I think it's an awesome community. I'm just happy to be able to do this. So thank you for your support, and I will continue to try and get free stuff for my viewers. Now, if you were not one of the lucky giveaway winners on the last video or even this video, don't be discouraged. There's going to be more giveaways coming up in the future. However, if you saw something in one of my most recent videos that you're interested in purchasing, if you didn't win, you can navigate to my Instagram, 5Gen4R. Look in my bio for a link. That is my link tree. My link tree has a laundry list of sponsorships with various companies, and all those links will have either a discount code embedded in the button where it says, use code 5Gen4R for 10% off or 15% off, whatever, for that respective company. Some of the links, if you click it, it will take you to the site and automatically apply my discount code. Again, if you want to buy something but don't want to pay full price, use those codes. They cost you nothing to use, but they save you money. Guys, as always, thank you, and I will see you guys on the next one. And good luck to the winner. I will announce that August 4th, hopefully in the early afternoon. See you guys.